Welcome back, everybody. We're back here at Tyler State Park, and I'm glad you could join us. We're getting ready to hike 2 more trails. We're here getting ready to hike the C Loop Trail, and then we'll be hiking the B Loop Trail. The C Loop Trail is a challenging trail, and I believe it is 1.5 miles, and the B Loop Trail is more of a moderate trail, and it's like 3.1 miles. So I'm going to be putting in a few miles here today. Braxton's here with me. He's decided to bring his bike. He wants to have a good workout. So basically we'll be running into each other at some point along the way, because he got to go one direction and I'll be going a different. So just wanted to should have grabbed the walkie-talkies.
Do you have them?
Yeah, they're in the car.
No, they do have batteries in them?
Yeah, they got batteries in, but they'll be a pain in the butt to get to because they're back up in there.
I mean, this would be a good time to try them. Be like, hey, where you at? And you'd be like, I'm about halfway through this trail.
I don't know if I'm going to dig them out though. So,
what we could do is you could do the C loop, and then we would come back and take a break to do the B loop. We can grab them.
The access we're using here is right here at the Cedar. I think it's the Cedar Lake camp area and the Big Pine camp area, just basically right across the road. So we're going to hike down in here and see what these 2 trails are like. You got a speed bump you're going to have to get over.
Yeah, I see that.
Or cut through. And nice day. It's supposed to get up in the 70s today, which is kind of crazy for February, but it is what it is. Alright. Well, that's a trail that way, and I would say that's the trail that way. I'm not sure what that is there, but I'll almost say this is the C Loop Trail.
Oh, I know what this is. I think this is C, and then this goes off to B.
No, it's all going to be on back down in, because you got going. I think that's is that a trail going through right there?
Right here?
Yeah. Does it go on around, or does it just stop right there?
It's just gone.
Yeah, that's got to be the trail.
Yeah. So you go that way, and I
Yeah.
go this way, and then we'll meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, hold on, I got the map.
Well, I mean, as long as you stay on the paths, you're gonna come out somewhere.
Yeah.
But you,
Go that way.
yeah, but you should have to go probably what?
And B.
Maybe 3/10 of a mile to where you'll hit the B trail.
Yeah, B trail's right there.
Yeah.
And then cut the cross, and then it starts going back.
Yeah, come back up around and.
Because right there, that trail, I can see from here, on the other side of the hill, that's the other side of the C trail.
That's all the farther apart it is.
Well, it goes off that way.
All right, there you go.
But what?
That's a low one you can practice on. You won't have far to fall. Ride across on your bike, get some practice in before you take the challenging one. Alright.
I'll see you shortly.
And we're off. So far, this one doesn't look as bad at this point. I can't say it's not going to change, but when I walked the D Loop Trail, right off the bat, it started going up a hill and then back down on the other side, and you know, it was a workout for me. But we got a little bit of a climb here, not bad. But I mean, there's hills go up a lot higher than where I'm at. I just came across from over there, so heading on up this way. This is a hiking and biking trail. So, you know, a lot of state parks, they kind of have, I don't know if it's a rule or just something that to me is, I believe, a lot better, where the bikes go one direction, they go clockwise, which I have one coming at me here. So yeah. Oh, pretty good. You? And the hikers go counterclockwise, which, like I was saying, I think it's a lot better because you'll see them coming at you as you're hiking instead of them coming up behind you. That's kind of cool. Just kind of seen this rock. I don't think the camera's going to do it justice, but you know, the inside of it, you know, almost look like a, I believe they used to call them a geo or rock or something. I'm not real familiar with, you know, rocks or people that study rocks, but oh, this place is beautiful. Yeah. I don't know if you can see across over through there, but I'm glad I'm not having to go up that hill. There's a pretty steep little climb over there. It would take me a while to get up it. I'd probably have to make 2-3 stops going up that thing to get to the top. And then of course it goes way down in to the bottom that direction. But we're going this way for now. Yeah, during the summer, make sure you have the proper footwear and, you know, the clothes for being out in the heat, as well as take something to drink with you, because you don't want to dehydrate out here. You want to be comfortable to where you enjoy the hikes. And I do know there's a couple trails here at this park that do have little benches to sit on, but there are some of these trails that have no benches, but they do have where trees have fallen, and you know, they're pretty good sized trees, so they just about make a bench for me as far as I look at it. There are a lot of trees down in this area, and I'd say that tree right there looks like they may have cut it off, and that's the rest of it. It kind of goes up through there. So, I mean, if that was a little bit nicer, that'd make a pretty good little seat right there for taking a break. But you can see these are some tall pines. They gotta be 100 foot or better. My daughter and her 2 friends, which, you know, they're just about like daughters to me as well, was supposed to come with me today, but my daughter's son, he's a diabetic, and I guess his his figures were real high, so she wound up having to take him to the hospital, and that's where she was at. She was kind of looking forward to coming today, but you know, she needs to take care of business. Family comes first. My legs are already aching, so that means this is definitely going to be a journey today. There are a lot of roots that are kind of growing above the ground on these trails, so you know, I know you like to kind of look around out through the woods and see if you can see any of the wildlife or just look at the scenery. Yeah. Now we're getting into the uphill climb here, but you know, pay attention where you're walking as well, because you know, you do come across spots that you could fall or trip, and you know, that wouldn't be a good thing out here on the trails. Ooh. I don't know what's worse, going up or down, but there are some kind of, I can't say major drop-offs, but ones you have to kind of navigate around. Well, definitely not going to be in no hurry on these trails, that's for sure. At least not on a challenging, because I will wear out real quick, seeing how I'm kind of a old man now. Of course, I have people say, you're 73 years old and you like to get out there and hike trails? Sure, why not? It's beautiful. I loved it as a kid, and I still love it, even at being this age. I'm just not as quick about it, but yeah, I enjoy it. Being out in nature. Whew, partial way up the hill. I had to take a break here. Yeah, being out in nature and enjoying the wilderness. And yeah, it's awesome. See how far I go before I run into my grandson on his bike coming at me. If I knew about where he'd be coming through, I try to find me a big old tree to hide behind and ambush him. Jump out, and maybe he just run off the trail and crash. Ooh, of course I wouldn't wish that on him. You know, we don't want him getting hurt. Oh wow, how awesome is this? I'm kind of up here on top of this first hill. Back down that way is the lake. Path we just came up, and I can't even see the bottom down in there before it goes up over on that other side. Not that we're going that way, but this is a beautiful view. Yeah, he's definitely going to have a workout riding his bike on this trail. I'm having a workout just walking it. Beautiful day. Peaceful and quiet. I'm sure there's a lot of people out and about today. Well, looks like we're kind of going downhill here. A lot of rocks sticking up out of the ground, and like I say, tree roots, so That's where I find it kind of beneficial when I'm walking. I'm looking where I'm going, but I'll stop every now and then. Kind of, hey, what's up, dude? Oh, I ran into one biker coming at me. Yeah, wait till you get up here. Wait till you get up here. I had to take 2 breaks coming up this hill. Yeah. I just happened to stop, and like I said, I stop and kind of look around, take in some of the scenery and see if I can see some animals. And I just happened to see him down, kind of down here in the valley on the trail down there. Beautiful. Of course, camera probably doesn't do justice from seeing it through your own eyes. And I know that a lot of people, they're non-smokers, and then there are some that use like the vapes, but there are some of us that still smoke the cigarettes. If you are out on the trail hiking and you are smoking, we want to make sure that we don't just knock the end of our cigarette off onto the ground and catch, all the pine needles and everything on fire. So, make sure your fire's out. That way we don't have any forest fires going. But also, don't throw your cigarette butt on the ground. Just put it in your pocket and carry it back out. And when you get to a place, trash bin or dumpster, or you can get rid of it there. A little breezy here and there, which feels good. Some of these places, it's not really a trail, but it kind of looks like you could go on it. I'm thinking maybe more in the lines of a game trail. Change out my battery here shortly. Didn't have a full charge on it because I used it to do a kind of an intro to one of my videos, and I didn't bother to change it out at that point and recharge it, but I'm good because I got plenty of batteries to go. Back downhill we go. It's not too bad. Yeah. Getting back down here about where the road's at, the lake. And I think possibly that is the dam, or not the dam area, but the boat dock area right down through there. I can see one thing. I'm definitely going to be taking this jacket off here pretty quick. It's starting to get a little warm. Yeah, he's going to have a little workout going up through here with his bike. Better him than me. It looks like see me a bench seat down here. Looks like a good place to take my first little break. Grab me a little drink. Go, Brownie. Yeah, it's definitely nice to take breaks here and there. I guess if you're young, you can just keep on going, but I'm enjoying it, so I'm taking my time. You know, to me, what can be better than this? It's just so beautiful and awesome. You come to parks and check them out. I think I'm going to go ahead and change my battery out real quick. It's fixing to die on me. Powering. It's really going to be beautiful through here. So I'm kind of waiting for that time to come around, not to mention go camping. I mean, 70 degrees weather for February. To me, that's good camping weather. Because I think night times are upper 40s, low 50s, which is not bad. You know, you're all bundled up when you're in a tent sleeping, and you know, be sitting around a fire in the evening time. That is, if they don't have a burn ban going on. But oh, had to navigate that drop off there. Not sure what time it is. I would say it's probably around 11 maybe, give or take. And of course, once everything starts greening up, these trails will be a lot more shaded. Yeah, I figured I wanted to do the challenging trail first instead of doing it after I do the 3.1 mile trail, because I might not have the energy to do this one. It's a little shorter than the D-Loop trail, which I was on not too long ago, a couple weeks or so ago. And well, I can't say that it's more challenging than this one, but yeah, it does have some workout areas. Oh, not so much as having to climb up and over everything, but you know, there's just like the little rutted out areas, either from water washing it out, or you know, the roots that are sticking way up out of the ground. Got a little wooden bridge here for water runoff, but it's kind of not falling apart, but the water's gonna go over top of it instead of underneath of it, so it's not going to do much good unless they come in and kind of fix it up, repair it. Yeah, right down there is the boat dock area where if you have a boat you can launch it into the lake, which it seems like we've been right here in this area for 20 minutes or so now, kind of going back and forth, zigzagging up and down the hills. Now that's kind of what makes these trails long, is because it's not like a regular straight walk where you're just walking. It's kind of zigzag back and forth around. Yeah, you could park at the boat dock over there. This is actually an entrance to the C loop, which gives you your sign right here. Tells you bikes C loop. It's got an arrow pointing to the left, which is clockwise, and the hiking C loop goes to the right, which is counterclockwise. But it's beautiful out here. How you folks doing?
Good, how are you?
Getting my workout, I know that.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Had met a few people out here today, which I kind of figured as nice as the weather is. Of course, a few of them are going the wrong way, but they might have been over here to the D-Loop trail, which you could go this way to get to it. Who's getting the workout? You?
Him more than me.
He's taking you for a walk then.
He is. He's really good. Have a good one.
You too. Oh. Yeah, probably by the time I get done with this one, I'm definitely going to have to take a short break to kind of regain my energy to hit the long trail, which is the longest trail here, 3.1 miles. I don't know, for some reason I decided to save it for last. Alright, we made it to the junction here of the D loop and the C loop trail, which is I don't know, I guess that's kind of a purple marker trail. That's the hiking going that way, which I've been on this trail, so this little area is familiar with me. And then of course the bike hiking is the way we just came, or, yep, you guessed it, going uphill. I wonder if I wait long enough, a streetcar will come through and give me a ride. Somehow I don't think so. I guess it's up the hill we go. Of course, the bike riding on the D trail, you're going to have to go this direction. So that'd be about the only place on these trails where the bikes and the hikers might be going the same way, is where two of them kind of run together for a short period of time. Oh wow. Yeah, I am breathing hard. It takes the energy out of you real quick, climbing up hills. I wish I was a lot younger, but no, that would just mean I'd have to go through all the ups and downs in my life again. So let's just keep moving forward. Do hear some woodpeckers chirping out here. Haven't seen no deer or anything like that. We're up here to the upper side of the split of the D and C loop trail. That's the D loop going that way, which the bike should go that way. And then of course we're on the C loop trail going that way. So between here and maybe 50 yards or so is the only little area that the D and C loop trail run together. And then of course when we get on the other side, back close to where we started, we'll basically go through the same thing over there, except it'll be the B and C loop trail. Yeah. I'm about ready for another break here. Kind of catch my breath again. I'm sure I'll find me a nice little log sitting across the path here somewhere along the side. This is kind of a cool area right here at the ravine where water washes off, going down into the lake. Now this is a spring-fed lake. Haven't seen much in the way of any spring water on this trail as where I have on a couple of the other trails. Definitely over on the Whispering Pine Trail, which is I believe it said that is the first trail that was put in here by the CCC, and kind of up towards the top of the trail there's a little waterfall up there, which is pretty cool, and it constantly has water running down through that little runoff, because that spring is just constantly flowing water. Oh, yeah, definitely a workout. and we're still going up. So going down is not too bad, but I can really feel it in my legs when I'm having to push myself uphill. That's why I got to kind of stop and take a little break here and there going up, because my legs start cramping up on me. Any other time I find me all kinds of trees have fallen down along the path where I can kind of have a seat, but I'm not finding much through here where I could do that. Oh. Whew. Yeah, buddy. Oh, we'll be getting to the top here shortly. That log's not big enough. Oh. Oh. Yeah. That was a, I believe the sound of a woodpecker. Yeah, I've definitely slowed down on this trail. But it looks like I'm pretty much at the top again. But I can just about bet that we're going to be going back down somewhere. And then more likely back up again. Well, there's a log here, but it's kind of in the sun. I want something with a little more shade. Looks like I might have something coming up ahead here. Yeah. Oh, fence line right here, so this must be right here along the park border. That means that'd be private land over there, so I'll go down about as far that direction as I can without leaving the park. Camera off a second. There. backpack. Self-organized again. Body cam working again. A little cigarette break. Nice, a little more shady. Still good. Yeah, buddy.